Nimeambiwa ya kwamba kama wewe sasa uko na account KCB. Kuna watu wako na account ya KCB hapa. Wale wakulima. Ukicheck saa hii kwa benki yako pesa ya bonus tayari imeingia. Saa hii. Pangeko. Jipange.
Hello my people, this is MC Wamaj and welcome back. Now this week there have been so many stories that have been trending all along. Now yesterday President Ruto was in Kakamega, were launching things concerning bonuses, and so many people came with the stories that those are the duties and mandates of MCAs and member of parliaments, not likely president to come and launch such a small minor things or hopes. There are those people who are told that they receive a certain bonus instant. Do you remember as President Ruto said that na sasa kuna watu wamelipwa sasa hivi? I hope they receive that money they were told through via KCB Bank. Do you remember that speech? I repeat it right here. Anyway, the story is not there. Also remember there was that argument between Peter Sarasia and President Ruto. Actually, the things are like Peter Sarasia told him the truth, but the truth hurts. And people saying, President Ruto is not advisable, is not, all those things. Anyway, we are not there. There's so many stories that have been trending, but the one that have brought me here is this story of Richard Otieno from Moro.
Alinipigia simu akaniambia mama, ndo nataka kukuja nifungulie gate. So immediately nikakuja kufungua gate. Before nifike kwa gate, I found the gate was already opened, so I just went back to the house. Kufika bedroom nikasikia somebody screaming. Tukapata ndo ni Richard. He was lying on the floor na alikuwa na deep cuts kwa kichwa. There was a time he was attacked last year November. It was around saa 3. So some guys walikuja wakamhit on the head. Walikuwa the guys wa KK. Okay, benye aliniambia and KC.
Guys, when you want to do something, just first consider the family that these people are looking up to, or they are looking up to. For example, now she has been left a window. Imagine, just like that. Yeah? Because of the decision of someone or the payments of someone. Maybe you have been given 20,000 Kenya shillings or 50 or 100,000 or even 500,000 just to diminish or to end the life of someone. But that money you have taken just to end the life of someone, you have not considered the people who are depending on that person. Now, you left the wife and children as windows. Now, the mama was there with husband. The story she is there, she is explaining. And all that wrong is that now those people or those children, they have no father anymore. And let me tell you one thing. There was this story I was talking about the activists. If there are those people who are facing death, real death in Kenya right now, they are activists. Just try to come against the government, and maybe you are the voice of people, you being shattered with the immediate effects. As long as you have few followers and you are an activist, There's also this guy who was dumped in Ruiro under the bridge. He was also an activist. So many people have lost their lives, especially for the activists. And, for example, whether you are a Gen Z or a millennial, as long as you are against the government, everyone has a purpose to correct the government, regardless of the situations. And the government is there to be corrected. It's only that this government of President Ruto doesn't want to be corrected. And you know what? They should take that as an advantage of knowing their weakness. When someone is correcting you, just take that as an advantage of maybe knowing your weakness. At the end of the day, no one can, not all people will be on your side. That one we know. And that's why the government must have the opposition. We are not here to talk about the politics. We are not here to talk about things with all those things. We are not here to talk about the government and all those things. But adding the life of young people, that is one of the things that maybe even most people are like, this government is not doing what it's supposed to do. Richard Otieno is an activist. He was an activist. But some people or a certain person paid people, goons, to come and diminish. You see, he was just cut with a sharp axe over his head, a deep one, on his way to home. Those are the people who have been there with you. They have been laughing with you, you know. And by the way, you should know you should have a cautious mind to know the people you are living with, especially. Maybe even those people, they spend the whole day with them in the hotels. You know, they are there with you. They know whatever they have planned for you. At the end of the day, they know they will finish you. So they have to keep you intact. They have to keep you, you know, they have to keep you closer to you. And by the end of the day, they have to diminish you. Absolutely so sad. I feel for that family. I feel for that wife. I feel for the children. And I also feel for the generations. And everyone maybe who is having a dream to change this government. If the killing is this far away, or the killing is this way, and we have not yet reached the time of election, what about the period of elections or the period of campaign? It's so sad for this. I think the government should come up with something. You know, eliminating life of someone, it doesn't mean that now you are a hero. You know? Now, think about now that family now. Now the wife have to do all the duties to ensure that the children has to go back to school. The children has to feed. The children has to be paid the school fees. You know, and I'm not here to insist on something, but the government is not doing what it's supposed to do. Absolutely, it is doing wrong to its people. And the problem is this government is that they end up, they finish up things like oppositions. When you finish up oppositions, and when someone is trying to show the government the mistakes, and you are there to end those people, then we can quote behind the leaders of the UDA and also the leaders of President Ruto. Anyway, let's hope the family will get the justice. And I don't know what is that amount of money. What is justice equivalent to the death of someone? How can you weigh the justice equivalent to the life of someone? Even if we jail those guys who killed him, are you sure, even if they get jailed, that this family will be compensated fully? That's so sad. Before you think of eliminating someone's life, think about the consequences after. Because maybe they will be arrested, and because we know there is somebody behind all this story, they will be released behind the doors. You remember those people who were arrested in Kware, and someone was arrested, and then, you know, Kenya to get a justice, it's hard. So avoid quarreling with someone, because if you try to take him to the jail, if you try to take him to the court, and he has power, absolutely your case will end up to zero, and you'll be a big loser in this. Everyone fears to be an activist, by the way. And those people who are dying now and then, if you want to die very fast, try to be an activist. We are not saying fears. I'm not saying maybe we fear all along. But it's also risking your life. Let's hope the family and also the wife and children will be compensated. It's so sad. I know how it feels. I know so many people have been killed. You know, people have been used up to this. People have just lost and found dead. But let's hope the government, not just the family of Otieno, but also we believe that everyone maybe will get justice in his own way. But that is so sad. Maybe the government trying another route or another way to deal with the Gen Z, to deal with the people, to deal with activists, and maybe to take the advantage of those activists. The activists are there. They are there. They must be there. In every government, they must be there just to help the government to grow, not to kill the government. Their activists are there to ensure that the government is there and to open eye where the activist is facing. If he's talking about a certain bridge that have not been completed, yeah, you see, the government should check on that eye, should set eyes on that area. If there's a certain road that has not been completed, then the government should send people to go and check on that. If it's about hospital that has no medicines, then the government should go and directly look at that point. But not taking an axle and killing someone. How is that being? Anyway, see you in the next video.